Okay. Hello, everybody. Centuries ago, the 11 primary gods settled Danaea and carved out a homeland for the elves. Over the years, elves fought against waves of invasions from humans, dwarves, gnomes, and more. To prevent further incursion, a group came together to create a ritual known as the Sundering that separated Danaea into its own demiplane. This led to points of planar instability where denizens of the other planes broke through. In a land on the verge of war, with constant planar invasions, here our adventure begins. This is Fadehome. Hello, I'm Olivia, and I will be playing the Dungeon Master. Let's get to know our cast, starting with Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby, and I'm playing Swish Mythweaver, an Air Genasi Tempest Cleric of Lear, the god of water, navigation, and storms. I'm a free spirit with an adventurous soul. My history of less than legal activities, rocky relationship with my temple, and loss of my best friend taught me some valuable lessons about the harsh realities of the world and protecting those you care for. As my younger sister stepped out of the nest on her incipient adventure, I intended to use these lessons to guide and protect her, but along the way, I found I'm learning just as much from her as we seek answers to questions of lost ancestry and lost time together.
Alright, speaking of sisters, Faye, take us away.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. I be Faye here. I use a she/her pronouns here, and
Oh.
I'll be playing the recently traumatized Sailor Mythweaver. A Sargenazi rune-shroud sorcerer with a bardic flair thrown into the mix, as well as a family history that stretches back all the way to divinity times, back when the gods first left this world. I've lived a pretty sheltered life up until recently. It's my first time away from home, first time wearing pants. They're awesome, long term. Let's see. I'm excited to be out in the world for the first time, seeing as how my older sibling Swish found a story about the first Mythweaver that contradicts the narrative I've seen my entire life. Now I'm out in the world, seeing it for the crumbling beauty that it is. Not that they're crumbling, but speaking of beauty.
Alder.
Hello, my name is Briar. I use they them pronouns. And I'm playing Alder Lunarfeld, the Horizon Walker Ranger. Um I the party found me in a shed, being experimented on by the wizard. And realizing that perhaps I've not forged the connections that might be fulfilling, I decided to not only pay back the debt, but to perhaps broaden my horizons with this new party and be more social, which recently do mixed results considering the bunny incident. But I'm getting there, and I do believe that the party, while we have our ups and downs, I do believe that the party is bringing out the best in me. And speaking of the party, it's Party Dad!
Yeah.
I change titles seemingly every week. Hi there, gentle folks. I'm Thomas, he, they pronouns, and I'll be embodying Fiddick Asterfin, a fawn. Way of Mercy Monk. Roped into a deal that might have been disingenuous from one of the darkest aspects of the goddess of death. I now have to face the fact, yes. I now have to face the fact that my lost daughter might be beyond my reach. For now. With the High Priestess of Fiacra promising peace to my daughter's soul, I've put a hold on reaping souls for Okris, at least, until I find a way to give her back the life that the Wild Hunt took from her. For the moment, I grit my teeth, clench my fists, and keep my eyes open for a solution that will restore everything to how it was supposed to be. And I have a belt.
And he's not afraid to use it.
Alright. Glad that we've all introduced ourselves. So, alright, whores for lore. Time for the lore corner. What would you
fuck
like to
you
see
call me?
about? Called you a whore.
I mean,
I was prepared for a lot of things. That wasn't one of them.
For
Olivia.
lore.
Right.
You already have somebody. You don't need to flirt with me.
I need a harem.
I question your funny words, deity person.
Mm-hmm.
Lore corner.
Anywho.
I know last week we were
Your funny
offered.
words, Magic Man.
Thank you for noticing my reference. About our home, Sidva. Maybe what some of the unknown that the Mythweaver got up to. That I'm not sure if it'll, kind of contradict with like what Cyrilla and Swish are trying to figure out specifically. But like maybe something we don't know, or a different topic that someone else wants to unveil.
Well, Mythweaver mysteries are to be unraveled. The lore corner is for things that all the characters would reasonably know, but as players we might not.
Okay.
Especially
What about the
since or something buried in my 17-page long document.
What about the
Only
spring
17
court
pages?
of the Feywild?
Spring Court.
Sure. We can talk about the spring court.
The spring court.
for
Okay.
these dudes.
So, the spring court,
Are idiots.
pulling up my notes. Okay. The
Trick
spring
ass
queen
motherfuckers
is Lady
with no
Coriana.
nipples.
She has. Excuse me. Lady Coriana has the appearance of a white heron, and her daughter, the Spring Princess, is named Tegwin, and she is like a kind of light brown heron, and Spring Court is all about rebirth, new life, and also kind of like the transitions, fleeting nature of beauty, and there's obviously a strong druidic presence, as it is closely tied to nature, as are all of the courts. But you'll find a good amount of Harengon, satyrs, quick steps, of whom you have met one, associated with the Spring Court. It's generally considered the most benevolent, but also kind of insular. They don't really, which the Horizon Walkers are kind of throughout the court. They're not associated with one court. So you're kind of associated with the Spring Court, but the Spring Court is one of the least concerned with like cosmic struggles. They just kind of have their pocket, and that's what they want to do.
They want to do their pocket.
Yes, they do.
Some pockets are hot.
So
It's a hot pocket.
I'm just gonna leave that there.
I don't know how I feel about that entire interaction.
Yet you're still here, 30 episodes in.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other questions about the Spring Court? That sounds like a resounding no. So, previously on Fadehome, after arriving in the city of Angrath, where the DM had lovingly prepared a variety of scenarios, somebody rolled number, and the party found out that the wild hunt had occurred in Innisthrath, which is like 7 miles south of Sidva, and not far from northern Angrav. So the party then endeavors to make it to Innisthrath. This, of course, is interrupted by Fiddick's conscience when they find that the nice gnome Hesman, Swiftbrand, was first of all going to authenticate the extremely valuable magical item that they stole, and secondly, that she has a difficult relationship with her father and a dead spouse. So there was some tomfoolery and shenanigans, which at the end result, Fiddick is broke and cloakless, and the party is headed to Innisthrath.
I mean, didn't you say that this was a priceless magical artifact? So I did give away all my worldly possession, but I am wearing a royal gift, and that is a problem for future Fiddick. Fuck that guy.
Where?
Yep.
Again, out of character as well as in character, like there is like zero chance for like this heist to be pulled off with zero consequences.
I mean, it could be if their criminal artist draws me with a big nose and like a huge mustache or
Or
something.
if I forget.
I
Yeah.
feel like the chances of more severe consequences, though, like exponentially went up as Fiddick made decisions on his own. So
I will not deny or infirm any of these claims.
When Fiddick was like, I, Fiddick Astrophin, am solely responsible for this, and
Yep.
Hesman's like, yeah, okay.
Yep, that was
and
the
But who else?
fooled them perfectly. Everyone fell for my masterful lies.
Because
And there would
at
be
least
no problem.
at least
No
before
trouble.
that, they would have to use divination spells of a high level to figure shit out. Now they already have a good little scent to follow.
Mm-hmm. Before, they might have thought it was the Harangon. Now, they know.
Well, I think that people are inherently good and they won't fuck with me or my friends just for a little caper.
right.
Fiddick, you're from
Hey,
which
but these
court
are rich
are you
people.
from again?
I am from a court, but I spent a lot of time with the winter.
So, would you describe everyone from there as
Inherently
kind
good?
or inherently good or even
That's-
mildly neutral?
That's called character development. I came here and I was like, this is time for a new life where everyone will help each other. And then I met you guys, and my life's been downhill. So there we go.
I mean, it kind of started rolling down the hill before that.
Okay, well, yes, but
There was a steep drop.
yeah, there was a steep
What?
drop, and then I fell into a pretty deep slope.
What the fuck has Sirla done to you?
Yet you don't believe in me.
Sirla believes in everyone in this party
Mm-hmm.
For better or for worse.
wholeheartedly, which
How about
you probably
Faye?
shouldn't, honestly.
How about Faye?
Faye,
Yes, you
listen, everyone in this group just needs a little bit of therapy, okay? And they're not going to get it here.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to multi-class into therapist. Olivia wouldn't let me. So.
Excuse me? I just said you are too inherently damaged to adequately fix anybody else.
That's fine, but healing
I
starts
feel like
from
more
the self.
people need to hear that.
And let me tell you, therapists are fucked up people.
Yes,
Of
they
course.
are.
They
Hi,
require
Olivia.
You're more
therapy as
fucked
well.
up.
Hi, Olivia.
Hi. Aw.
We love our therapy god.
This chaos is brought to you by the gremlins in our brains.
So, you guys, after having a bit of a sibling drama, are on your way to Innistrath. Due to arrive there very late at night. As a reminder, Innistrath is really a hamlet just a bit south and southwest of Sidva. They grow cherries. They have a cherry orchard. Cherry orchards. It has a population of a little less than 50. It's really just a couple
We used to.
families. Yeah, you don't know what the population is now, but it's less than 50.
We need to run there and do a census. First
Yeah.
thing.
And yeah, you guys set off. You guys are definitely going against the flow of traffic, as most people are making their way into the city. But as the day goes on, fewer and fewer people, as the festivities had started that morning. And somewhere in Angrav, a very embarrassed magician tries to summon a rabbit out of a hole, out of a hat, and no rabbit emerges.
Yep.
That wascally wabbit.
Silly rabbit.
Tricks are for kids.
I was combining two different things.
Well,
I
so
wonder if we'll ever see him
the
again.
tension in the party is present. As
No,
you
we're all fine.
guys stroll along. You're all fine? Okay, sure.
This is totally fine. Yeah,
No.
everything's fine.
No.
I rolled
Everything
an
is
at
fine
20 on
indeed.
insight, so
Listen, if
I
if
think
everyone just ignores the problem goes away. That's how that works.
Yep.
Listen, Sierra is holding on to Swish's hand and is not letting go. That is currently what's happening right now. She is not okay.
I think Alder is just kind of like tapping their fingers together. Just like something is up. I don't know how to verbalize it. And if nobody else is addressing it, I guess it's fine. But low key, my
Yeah.
skin is crawling.
Crawling.
Crawling in my skin. Sorry.
so could I get
No.
somebody let's pick on Briar to roll me a d6.
No, I could do it considering what happened
I'll
last
roll it.
time.
Let me roll it. Let me roll it.
All right.
I don't have a gender, so I will identify as a problem.
Problem is a gender
You can't steal that from Faye.
because gender is a problem.
Okay, Bobby.
A 3.
Okay.
This better be good.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, that's
That's
it?
it. I'm getting me mallet.
For who?
Yes.
That's
Mallet.
the correct answer.
Yeah, 3.
Good.
You guys make your way up north. The hours pass uneventfully, suspiciously uneventfully. Are there any conversations you guys would like to have?
There is a thing that I think would be useful for us, for the whole group, as we're traveling north. You were saying that we're going kind of against the traffic, and I'm sure at some point the traffic thins
Yeah.
as we reach deeper and deeper, or closer and closer to Innistrath. So, as we reach closer to there, do we see caravan survivors? People that seem to come from there that we could gather news from? Get some information about what actually happened?
I would say not until late.
Okay,
But
no problem.
if there's anything in like the intervening like 6 hours that you guys want to accomplish, we will come back to that thought.
I don't think Sheila brings up anything. She's emotionally exhausted
Swish.
and just wants.
Swish is definitely traveling in silence.
Mhm.
I think about 3 hours in, Alder, or maybe not even 3 hours in, but like when things start to thin, Alder would be like, so I do think we should talk about the I have been thinking about the bunny situation, and I wonder if I should not have reacted as strongly as I did, and we would have avoided the torture incident.
It's not on you, Elder. You're valid
Yeah,
for reacting the way you did.
I would say you really shouldn't put any weight on yourself, honestly. That was all me. And I feel like I would have tried to do the right thing, whether you reacted strongly. Not on you.
I still have guilt because I have seen the results of unnecessary brutality, and I do not usually show such emotion. And so
Do you feel like you should never show emotion like that?
it has been difficult to do so. Often I do not understand what I feel. I think I am getting better at it since being with the party. But before, there were really only 3 people that I interacted with, and that was my parents and Valanth. And outside of that, I tried to avoid people as much as possible. And as I am learning more about people, I suppose I am learning more about myself, and I expected it to end with me slapping Torin, which I've never done before. I've never thrown the first hit.
I would argue that they kind of threw the first hit with the, you know. But emotions aren't a bad thing. Emotions are still kind of gripping onto Switch's hands, kind of like raises it up. The emotions make us feel closer, let us feel love and care, but I guess like a storm, life brings rain, but it also brings destructive lightning and wind. It's just about where you feel comfortable drawing your limits and if you let those bad things rule you or not.
Still, I do wish I had been more measured, I suppose.
Well, you'll know for next time. Not that that's gonna happen next time, just next time you get angry.
I suppose I was more scared than angry, thinking that he was dead.
Well, now
And
you know for the
then-
next time you. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
I do not know. I suppose it was just on my mind.
Well, we're here for you if you want to talk more about it. But I don't think you reacted wrongly, but you don't like how you reacted, and that's what matters. If you want to change it, just be conscious about it going forward when you can. And you'll make mistakes. We all do. Just ask for help if you need it. Okay?
Yes. And Alder will very pat on Sarah's shoulder. Just a little pat.
Aw. You're learning. I think still after that
All
conversation
right.
seems a little bit more, just a slightly more elevated, or less depresso espresso.
There.
Nice. Well, as you guys are walking along the road, which I will put you on, where is...
I swear to God,
Here we
if
are.
we get ambushed, we're gonna kill every single motherfucker, unless they're elf people, in which case we're going to kill none of the motherfuckers.
Incapacitate every single one of these motherfuckers.
Put yourselves down by the fork in the road.
I cannot see, so I'll
Can't
put
see
myself down and
anything.
adjust.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to do
Now I
global
can see.
illumination.
By the fork in the road.
All right, we just need Swish.
Technical difficulties, hang on.
God dang it,
There we
Bobby.
go. God damn it, Bobby.
They hit the Pentagon.
You guys are walking along when you see an interesting spiky ball on the ground.
Define interesting, spiky, and ball.
So spiky means that it has spikes sticking out of it.
Like
Ball
metal,
means that it is spherical shaped.
spherical. What kind of spikes are they? Metal spikes? Are they wooden
Looking at it,
spikes?
you
Are
see
they?
it's slowly undulating in and out as if
Nope.
respirating.
Nope.
Does this feel like those demons that we ran into a little while ago?
Yeah, would Alder
Um,
recognize?
Alder, you can do a nature check.
Alrighty, because fiends and aberrations are my favorite enemy.
Yeah.
Does that give me anything?
It's not a it does not give you anything in this case.
Okay, fair.
Since fiends and aberrations and weird things are my least
And the ball
favorite,
is here.
are my
Let me
least
guess, that's
favorite
the path.
enemies. Yeah.
It's an 18.
Well, what you think is, wow, this looks like a rolled up porcupine, but bigger. Just as the ball unfurls, and I need everybody to, well, let's make the cone measurement.
So this was a big ball, not a small ball. I was imagining something like the size of my fist. I think that was
No.
pretty important detail you left out there, Olivia.
Big ball. It's a big ball.
I was thinking like cat-sized, not that sized.
It's like a grizzly
Right.
bear porcupine. Everybody
Nice.
make a deck save as needle-like spines go flying in your direction.
I'm unhappy about all of this.
Guess who doesn't have evasion? This guy.
Everybody
Everyone.
but me. No, I have it. I have it.
Oh, you have
16?
evasion. Nice.
16 twins.
16's not terrible. Hey,
Mm.
16.
Splits.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Well, Alder, Swish, and Cirla take 5 points of porcupine damage, whereas Fiddick takes 0, because 16s are for cool kids. And we will roll up some initiative.
Oh, nice.
another 16. Nice.
The number of the night. Okay.
Rolling high. I'm
19.
gonna get a nat 1 at a critical moment. I'm gonna get a nat 1 at a critical moment. I just know it.
We all know it.
Okay.
We're just waiting for it.
That's just
I'm getting
accurate.
so anxious. I'm getting so anxious.
Just don't roll nat 1 then. Simple.
Damn. If I
So
knew it was that easy.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it, bruh.
Kids, this has been
Why
a
would
PSA.
you
Don't roll
Roll a
ones.
natural 1 when you could just not.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It-
I see that circle.
I'm just measuring, just in case. I'm just
All right.
measuring.
Alder, what are we doing?
You're
Okay,
the reason
well-
I got evasion, Cirla. What did Cirla ever do to you? Exploding
15
gargoyles.
Alder is
Eldritch
going to
gargoyles.
Oh, yes. you're-
bad. What is that?
Step
Oh, I
back.
can't read. Is that 20 feet?
20 feet. 25.
Okay, yeah. Alder's gonna move back 5 feet as soon as I get my little pointer. I'm Heather.
Who's
Wait.
Heather? And why are they coming?
Okay.
And then they are going to bonus action because we remember that we have those. Okay.
Do you?
Bonus action. I'm
Use
doing my
away.
best. Doing my best. Bonus action
Hey,
planar
Bulbasaur.
warrior. Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Bonus action planar damage. And hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 24.
That'll hit.
I was say not
And
for
you
one.
get planar damage.
And then let me roll that 1d8.
DA.
Where's D8?
Hey. Also, guys, I replaced my new headphones with getting the old ones again. The old ones are the
Okay,
best.
so that-
Oh my
Oh,
god.
What? Woo!
Well, say
16 damage.
Ooh. Say because your mic sounds so much better. You haven't cut out once
I
tonight, and I'm
know.
so fucking thankful for it because it was honestly grating on my nerve.
These are a quarter the price.
Say,
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
does a 16 hit?
A 16, unfortunately, bounces off the spines.
Nani?
All right, that's Alder's turn. Our sweet baby.
Okay, sweet baby. It's Fiddick's turn.
Test. Oh.
Right.
Not you, other sweet baby.
Yeah, less sweet, less baby. All right.
Still baby.
Yes.
Sweet
So,
father.
oof. No.
Speaking of
Oof.
The
sweet
unsweet
babies,
father.
That is a sweet
Oh,
baby.
Sweet baby.
Maxie.
he's being sweet for once in his life.
Fennec, wait,
You
no.
all would like to see the precious baby.
Hello, Fey One.
Oh,
Oh, the other gremlin.
My
Same.
baby is not within camera range. Now I feel bad.
Oh, is he not?
No.
Freyr is
No,
What about that?
Thomas is
No,
sweet
mine.
baby.
Yeah.
Not
Oh.
yours.
We can see Freyr,
Mhm.
but thank you for zooming in.
We're never gonna say no to a cat cam.
Absolutely.
Only
Speaking of cat cams, spear to the face.
Okay.
So let's see what I can do.
Fennec, be careful.
That will miss.
This that will indeed miss. I am not used to my new strength. That belt has been throwing off every move I've been making,
Mhm.
even these.
Whittled owl, whittled boat, whittled quiver, broken. 21
was-
strength.
I was making a little bit of gifts for friends, but no, this belt has been fucking up my life. But it's fine. Second spear to the face, ideally. Well, there's a 17.
Does hit, and as it hits, some of the spines dislodge and
Nice.
hit you for 5 piercing damage.
No save, no hit.
Nope,
All
no
right.
save.
I said be careful.
It's made of spines. So I will,
7.
of course,
Respectable.
do a very low 7 piercing, and then I will, of course, flurry.
Flare blows.
Yes. So my first unarmed. Oh my god.
No miss.
So yes, it will. Yes, it will, Olivia. And my second one is a nat 1. So there we go. I've not gotten used to the switch from dex to strength. All my moves are off, and yeah. So I assume that a lot of the like smaller trees around me are getting mowed down as I miss and probably
Yeah.
like break them apart, unused to my 21 strength.
Mhm.
And the only thing that is safe from harm is that gigantic bear in front
It's
of me.
a bear-sized porcupine.
The bear-sized porcupine, yes. And that
The
will
bear
be
pine.
yes, that will be my turn, sadly.
On the avatar.
All right, Sirla.
So, Olivia.
Mhm.
Say I wanted to cast
Mhm.
fireball.
Okay. In a forest of trees.
Yeah, that's gonna be a follow-up question. Is that are these trees accurate to where they are?
Yep.
I've taken a
Okay.
few
Also,
down. It
Fireball
should be better.
explicitly states that it ignites flammable objects.
That's
And,
why
you know,
I
it
checked.
might be a damp climate. You don't know how far this forest fire could spread.
I mean, didn't it just rain?
The Smokey the Bear sign did say low risk. However,
But-
low is not 0.
I'm not going to fireball trees because trees are awesome.
Mhm.
I've never met a tree I haven't liked, except for that one tree in the swamp. But
You
Yeah.
liked it.
not so much an active dislike, but more as a
Use fireball and
Neutral.
only fireball. Nothing but fireball. Just fireball. Just fireball.
Okay.
It was necessary.
Yes.
So V. Well, we'll try and get a little magic missile in here as the comets apparate from her skin, swirl around her, and then shoot out at all different angles and converge back onto this coupon.
The coupon.
So
Very cute
it's 3 d4 plus 3.
Yas, queen.
That's 9 points of rocket
Okay.
damage.
Anything else?
Yeah, we're going to step the fuck back because I don't want more acupuncture.
But it's healing.
Oh, nice. So I have
Oh, okay, so
plus
I'll
5
heal
HP,
myself
right?
5.
My,
Okay.
my ancestors were acupuncturists. Well, we can't all be acupuncturists.
Yes, some of us had to grow up and eat cross-dressers.
I don't know
Am I
what the
missing
reference
something?
is, but that reference is awesome.
It's Mulan.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh.
That's my favorite movie from Disney, and I had not caught that. I did watch it in French, though, so that could have affected things.
And how's Fiddick looking, by the way?
A little bit acupuncture.
Just a little bit? Not, you know.
Accus were punctured.
A very baby bit, like 5 bits of acupuncture out of 60.
Okay.
You know,
So we're just going to
I have so many more bits to acupuncture.
we're just going to bardically inspire then. We are going to put it on Swish.
Oh,
She'll
yay.
draw runes in the air, push into them, and I think just for a good like sense of humor, it's gonna be like instead of like the usual, you know, feeling they get. It's like a little cartoon of like a wolf biting into a porcupine and pulling back and then having like needles all in the mouth and all that. As a word of caution. So they are bardically inspired from
Noted.
the fumbling Wile E. Coyote. Seeing as that we're talking about Looney Tunes earlier, so it's a D6. And that'll be it for me.
And speaking of Swish, it's your turn.
Nice. Alright. Well, I am going to start with a compelled duel, which is a DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom. That's a 2.
Nice. So it now is drawn to me, compelled by my divine command. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me.
Okay.
And then, going to do the old guiding bolt at it. With a natural 1 to completely miss.
Fiddick,
Oh no.
make a dex save.
Oh, I shall. Watch me. Watch me very dextly. 13. 13 is more than enough. Who
Swish, go ahead
says?
and roll damage. Me.
I have evasion. I
Fine,
would
since
like
you
to
have
evade.
evasion, I'll give you advantage.
Sure. Alright. Well,
Well-
14 is a lot better, though. Than 13.
Unfortunately, the DC is 50.
Alright. So I would like to use my reaction to grab the guiding bolt and
Throw it back at Swish.
Deserved.
I wouldn't recommend grabbing it. That's divine energy, and you and the divine have not been, getting along well recently.
Yeah, I need to have a talk with the guiding bolt.
Actually, I just feel the hand of Theocra just guide
You're like,
the bolt.
"No, I got this.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I see what you're
I-
trying to do here.
I will full take it. I see that you still have some resentment about leaving me with the belt, and you do want me dead on the side of this road.
Yeah. Well, the porcupine now has neither advantage nor disadvantage on Fig, as it would have had advantage from guiding bolt.
Well, the porcupine will go for Swish, because the power of God in anime compels it.
I
And
wish my daughter was tortured by the god of anime.
What?
Wait, no, maybe not. I just thought about the ramifications of this. I withdraw my statement. Let's keep death.
it's
It's
going to
bad.
start with a bite.
Can we hit Fiddick instead, please? After that comment.
Thinking of it. I'm thinking of it.
This is
Swish,
a taunt,
that's a
people.
13 to
That will
hit, which I
miss.
believe misses. Okay. First claw
That'll
is a
hit.
22 to hit. That is 14 slashing.
Okay, and
Ooh, this thing hits hard.
can
Dex
it
save?
make a deck save? Yes, please.
That's a 22.
So it'll save and take half of 7, so like 3 lightning damage.
Well, it's already locked in, so the second attack is still gonna go, or the second claw attack is still gonna go for you. Oh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Nope.
Nice. All right.
Nope. No.
And
No,
hope
no.
yourself.
Still rebarbs.
Okay.
Silver barbs.
Okay, so it's just a
Silver
19.
Barbs.
19 still hits.
That's 13 slashing.
Better than
And please make-
26.
Please make a strength save as both of its claws have reached into you and it starts to pull.
15.
Okay, meets it, beats it. So you do not take additional damage as it splits your belly open.
Nice.
Instead, that is its turn, and it's Alder.
Speaking of which, they get advantage on their next d20 roll from silver rebarbs.
Really gonna
Okay.
have to look into getting my midsection covered there.
Yeah!
So you
If
said
you
I
haven't
had
noticed,
advantage?
Swish's armor only goes down to like belly.
Crop top.
Crop top.
You said I had
You've
advantage.
ever seen like
Yeah.
Seer
Yep.
from the Apex Legends game? It's like that kind of armor.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action Horizon Warrior or Planar Warrior on my advantage. Fine.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Didn't need it.
Okay, so 6 plus bonus action. Wait. Wow. That's 7
Woohoo!
damage.
Nice.
Now again. Okay.
That'll hit.
8 damage.
And 8. Nice. The creature is looking bloodied.
That's my turn.
Okay. Fiddick.
Right. Watch me waste an incredible amount. I will start with an unarmed strike, which I get +1, I suppose, for Swish flanking with.
Yep.
Do it. Does a
That'll
27 hit? Yes.
Yep.
So the first thing that's going to happen before I even roll, because I'm going to pump a lot of things into that.
Okay.
Let's
There you
make
go.
poison. Let's start with that. With a fun little hand of harm.
Okay.
For 6 necrotic, it is now poison. For 1.
Okay. It also takes the base bludgeoning damage, right?
Of course, which is 10.
Okay,
So
so 16.
16 necrotic, poisoned, and now I would like it to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Please.
You are also going to take 3 points of porcupine quill damage.
I assumed so.
And it gets a 15 on its con save.
It has disadvantage
Okay.
because it is poison. That's
Yes.
a little wombo, a little combo.
That's a 13. So
13
it fails.
is not above 14. So it is stunned. Wow, a lot of things are happening.
Well, I'm trying to find the thing for stun.
No. I love it. It's silence and conscious and frightened. I love
Stunned.
it. Okay, yes, there it is. Now I will continue attacking it very easily, this time with my spear, putting some distance between me and it. Not that it changes things, apparently. Its spikes just love me. So advantage now.
Yes.
Here. Oops, that was disadvantage. So let me, well, actually,
Well, unless one of them was a 20, it doesn't make a
it
difference.
was a 19.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, I hit with this.
Okay.
So sorry, I rolled with disadvantage.
And
And
you take 4,
I will take 4, will deal
and you
12.
deal 12. Okay.
And I don't think I will flurry. I'm happy having stunned it and poisoned it.
Okay.
And that's it. I will take my 7
Alright.
points of damage and go home.
Did you use your bonus action?
I did not, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
It's stunned, and the rest of my team can absolutely decimate this stunned poison bear.
Okay.
Are you sure
Zero
about
left.
that?
You
Can
say that.
you kill a stunned and poisoned bear? Upine.
Cupine.
Porcupine.
Barbecue pine.
Or is it a porker sign?
I really wish I could bite it to tell you if it's barbecue flavor, but I will not because there's spines everywhere, and also I'm not allowed to do that anymore. This bear deserves
Well,
its
you can
afterlife
bite.
or whatever.
I told you can bite without condemning the eternal soul.
Well, where's the fun in that? All right.
So
Worker
we
sign.
are going to, while we have advantage and hopefully not rolling 2 natural ones, we're going to roll a chromatic orb at 2nd level
Okay.
on this thing.
Chromatic.
Skadoosh. Well, one of the
That was
one I wish you guys had saw what was up because one was rolling to a 19 and the other die hit it over as it was falling onto that side to a natural 1. I'm like, you motherfucker. If you were lower, I'd be upset about this. And I'm doing lightning damage with this.
Okie doke.
48 for 14
Nice.
points of
It's
lightning damage.
pretty hurt.
And how are Swish and Fiddick looking?
Bloodied.
I'm not
Oh.
looking bloodied. It scratched the surface. Oh wait, no. Did I also take the 9 point from the guiding bolt?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm the surface has been scratched.
So 2 bloody boys then.
I'm not
Yeah.
bloodied yet. I'm nearing it.
So
we are going to.
To be fair, I am like just bloodied, so I'm like just past the threshold, if you will.
Lightly bloodied in like a fun.
Lightly bloodied, yes, yeah.
We are
exactly.
going to twins. Just for fun, yes. We're going to this bonus action twin spell at 1st level, a healing word between the 2 melee idiots. And put 7 healing points damage into them.
Okay.
And we're going to go into the tree line. And yeah, we're just gonna like try and get covered in case they for some reason decide to go after her. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
Okie doke. And it is Swish's turn.
Yeah, I'm about to shocking grasp the shit out of this thing. And
Don't
probably roll
grasp.
another natural one.
Don't grasp.
I'm in
Firmly
melee. What do you want me to
grasp
do?
it.
I'm already in melee. Oh wait, it's stunned, isn't it? It can't take reactions.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You were right. I forgot it was stunned. All right.
You can walk away and throw your
That
big
is-
shit
that
at
is-
it.
That is a valid point. Do I want to throw my big shit at it? Yes, I do. So 5.
I tear you in half.
And
I'd assume,
that
yeah.
way. And then how big do I want to go here?
Just imagining Swish like going over the 4th levels in their head.
Okay, that is a 10-foot radius. Okay, perfect. I am going to shatter where I was a moment ago.
Okay.
So it should be just out of range of myself and Fiddick, though both of our ears will still be ringing.
Yes.
But yeah, that'll be a con save.
It got an 18.
Okay, that saves.
It is poisoned. Please roll with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage? Okay.
Yes.
That's still an 18.
Well,
Damn.
dang it.
All right.
I tried.
So it will take 8 points of thunder damage.
It's barely alive.
Lol.
And I don't think I have any bonus actions that do. I'm not doing that. That's okay. Actually, I will use bonus action Second Wind to regain a grand total of, pretty good actually, 9 points of healing. And that'll be my turn.
All right. It skips its turn, right?
Yes, it does. But it should no longer be
It does at the end of your turn. I think,
poisoned
when-
or yeah.
poisoned.
Yeah, poison should be gone. Let me just
Stun should be at the end of your turn, I think.
Yeah.
Not its turn.
Use this feature. Oh wait. No. His physician's touch.
End of your next turn.
Poisoned end of my next turn. So it is still poisoned and it is still until the end of my turn.
Right, yeah. 2014 rules.
Yes.
It makes sense how it's designed to like have you at least have one, round of attacks where like if you do hit with something.
Yeah.
Look, monks are not powerhouses. They can stun sometimes, and that's what they do. So when they do it, it's good that they do it well.
Yeah. Speaking of powerhouses, Alder.
So, I mean, I wouldn't call Alder a powerhouse, but does
I
that
will.
give me thank you,
Advantage,
God.
yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I couldn't remember if it was both of them or just paralyzed. Always good to ask clarifying questions. So, bonus action, Planar Warrior. Okay.
Okie doke. That'll hit.
10 plus roll the majig.
Well, it splats. I was really hoping you would get a wasted crit again, but yeah, it had 5 hit points.
The DM should
would you
not
wish-
say such things. Yes.
I wish such a thing upon me. So yeah, Alder's just gonna shoot it cleanly through the eye. Just like, bam.
Yep, just like bam. Through the eye, into the brain, and one quill out the other side almost hits Fiddick.
I'm tired of this.
Well, that's too damn bad. Keep digging.
And you have successfully defeated the Orsupine
The Quill Bear, come on.
Quill Bear.
It's like an avatar creature.
Yeah.
Avatar Last Airbender, that is. Like turtle ducks and
Yeah.
platypus bear.
I
That's always
will
my first
start
thought.
removing the spines from my very exposed chest. I learned not to dodge so much with that cloak. I am learning that I need to dodge more.
Are you all right?
I'll be. It just stings a lot, and I hope nothing was on these spines.
Alder will help
And that's
him
when
remove
Fiddick
the
passes out.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Alder will help him remove.
It actually roll me a medicine check to see how delicate you are, or how worse you make it, or how better.
Or like, if these are the type of quills that need to be clipped on the end of it, so like there's no like,
Yeah,
active.
Are they
Or they
Barbed.
rip on
Barbs.
they're barbed.
Yeah.
Okay, well
Oh.
that's a 22 medicine.
They
I
were
assume-
barbed, but Alder knew that and knew how to deftly remove them.
Amazing. Huh. Oh wow, they look way more wicked than I thought they were. I was about to just pull them out, and
That would have been very unfortunate.
yeah.
Swish is examining the new claw that was embedded in their stomach. Keeping that.
Okay.
Swish.
Oh,
You
you okay,
need
Sailor?
some new armor.
no, I like this armor.
But where's your mail that you left? Weren't you trying to like repair it? Is that it?
This is the. I repaired that, right? Yeah, I still have the same.
Yeah, it's just the group has collectively decided is now canonically a crop top.
Okay, I need to know
Rude.
one thing.
That's
That
what
was
it is in the
Bobby.
art.
That's
The
that.
The belt
Well,
Have
okay,
you-
with
of
the art
giant
though, it's like
strength.
scales. Like there is some armor, it's just not, metal.
I have a question. The belt of giant strength, like, is it a championship belt?
Yeah, it looks like it could perfectly cover the amount of midriff that Swish has exposed.
Yeah. I mean, it's here if you want it. I'm still not amazingly used to.
You kind of turned it into a toxic item, so not really sure I
I'll
want it
be right
anymore.
back.
I think the caper might have turned it into a toxic item. Did my best. Shelter.
No, I'm
People from the
pretty
fallen.
sure. Right.
All
I'm
right.
not wearing it while it looks like that, at the very least.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Maybe when we get to a non-ruined village by the Wild Hunt, which we should hurry to.
Yes.
Alder's gonna start walking.
The wonderful reminder of the dread reality facing us. Thank you, Fiddick, as always.
My pleasure.
Continuing forward.
I think as the group starts walking off, Sila's gonna take a look at the felled beast
Mhm.
that tried killing them.
Yep.
And it's gonna kind of crouch down by it, put a hand on its forehead, and just think a silent prayer. kind of thinking of home, and basically like where she learned, like when you hunt something, you use all of it.
Mhm.
Sort of mentality. Let nothing go to waste if you ever have to take life from something. And she says a small apology that she has to go help her people,
Mhm.
and may they be returned to Earth. And maybe like 10, 15 seconds, she stands up and goes to catch up to the group.
All right. And at around that time, you hear the sound of a horse galloping.
I am going to
And
try to intercept that.
Particular who's allowed.
it is a horse that is technically supposed to be called gray, but it is white. And on the on its back there is an individual, an elf in robes of a priest of Davin, god of the wilds and the hunt. But the wild hunt.
Wait,
God of the
no.
Wild Hunt?
Right.
Yeah, not the wild hunt.
Okay,
The
okay.
wilds and the
And
hunt.
the
Okay.
hunt. Okay.
Okay,
The
I
and
thought you said-
is crucial there.
I thought you said like and not like not. I thought you said like and like hold up.
The
There's a
white
god?
hunt? Is that what you heard?
The white hunt? Yeah.
The not
Oh
hunt.
my god.
No, the white
Named hunt.
Like. Eh.
Okay.
Priest
And,
of the wilds, not of the hunt. Well,
Yes.
the wild ensues.
Yes,
hunt,
of
but
the
not
hunt.
wild
Yes,
hunt.
of the wild, not of the wild hunt.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
the rider will slow the horse down and say, "Oh, a savager in these parts. Glad you dealt with it and not me."
A savager?
And the rider will kind of dismount and look at the ursupine and say, yes, curious critter. Only eats part of what it kills and kills when it's not hungry. Wouldn't you call that savage? The
I
only
guess so,
thing it
yeah.
won't kill is another of its kind.
Surprisingly humanoid.
Interesting insight.
Surprisingly human.
Actually, sorry to bother you. You seem to be coming from the direction of Innistrad. Have you?
Oh,
have you
sorry, I
passed
should
by
have
there?
specified they are coming from Angrath in the direction that you are.
You're coming from Angaroth, and I have no qualms with you.
They said, "You'd best be wary. We're coming up on a, well, up road is a bit of a sticky spot." My
I
name's
heard about the
Kanan,
Wild Hunt.
by the way. Oh, then you
Kanan.
know what you're headed towards.
Unfortunately.
Two of us are from around there.
Oh, my condolences. I came up to see what I could do. I think a local druid from Sidfa is also going to be checking it out.
Well, you're more than welcome to come and help.
So
Well, I am coming
Sidva
to help.
was. So Sidva was unaffected then?
So far as I know, it's the, nearest, well, bigger town that could offer aid, and I think they sent a few messengers.
Okay. Okay, good.
That's some comfort, at least. Thank you for letting us know.
Yes, well, I'd best be on my way, but I will see you when you arrive.
We'll see you there.
Actually, do you think you could take one of us on that horse with you? The quicker we all get there, the
I could
faster
take
we
one
can
of you.
start helping.
Well, maybe not you, points at Swish in the heavy armor.
No, it's a heavy crop top. It's fine.
It's like the arm pads that college kids wear that like don't include
Yes.
the flak pack and all that.
Exactly. Literally that. That's the
Yeah.
like mobility is the entire idea behind the armor.
Mhm.
Also 14 strength, I can't wear anything heavier.
Oh, if only you had a magic item to increase
A
your
magic
strength
belt that
your DM
increased my strength?
lovingly
Wow.
placed on your path.
Okay. It's not
Even though-
because the heaviest item I wear is my thin linen shirt that I need to be
Even
bullied.
though your DM doesn't really like stat altering items, your DMs thought this would be perfect for Swish.
Mm-hmm.
To steal and have the consequences of.
Yeah.
And now the most mad character has it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. So, Kina will say, yeah, I can bring one of you, but it'll take us longer to get there. We won't actually get there that much ahead of the rest of you.
All right. Well,
I think you should go ahead and see what you can do to help. We'll come in and help clean up later, but the sooner you can get there, the better.
All right. I'll be counting on yous.
Thank you.
A word of caution. Where there's death, there is, creatures that come behind it. You might encounter some.
That's generally how it goes.
And, Keenan will get back up on the horse and glop away.
okay. I didn't want
What's
to
your
ask.
horse's name?
What?
What's your horse's name?
Carrot!
Good,
Oh,
good
it's a good
name.
horse.
It should have been Thursday.
It would have been Tears Day.
Ah.
What were you saying, Thomas?
Oh, I didn't want to ask while they were there, but what is supposed to come after? I mean, were they specifically talking about carrion, or were they talking about the undead?
Scavenger animals, I think, but
Carrion is
if
the
there
word I
were-
was looking for.
Right. Well, that
there
shouldn't be too
are
bad.
some there's some nasty predators in this area.
I mean, yes. Gestures vaguely towards this whole bear.
That's tip of the iceberg, but yeah. Just keep your wits about you and you should be fine.
Alright. Are we
Are both of
gonna
you okay, by the way? Did you guys need some healing? Corby?
I mean, yes, but I'd rather we not use it on ourselves and see who might need it there instead.
Yeah, I'll probably be fine.
Okay.
Alright. So you guys carry on down the road?
We carry on. We carry on. Thomas is regretting everything. Like, who are these kids?
I need another emo night soon.
Oh, I need to listen
Yeah.
to that song again. I
Like
remember.
every day?
Yeah, just like every day of my life. So you guys carry on. I'm gonna move you guys because this is the same road but further down. Thomas,
I can totally
roll me
see
a
it.
D6.
Oh no.
Did we go in a circle?
As you guys are getting rather close to Innistrath.
A singular Uno. And if it's bad, it's a Uno reverse.
So, the first thing you notice is 1, 2,
3.
3,
How many lists
bodies.
does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop?
each with a vulture seated upon it. But these vultures are larger than any vulture you have ever encountered.
So are they
roll a
And
native
they
to
are
the area?
on the path to Innistrath.
So are they native to the area, or are these foreign?
I mean, vultures are native to the area. 5-foot tall vultures are not native to the area.
Okie dokie.
Can I roll in nature? Wait. Oh! It's not 20! Oh
Who
no!
are you and what have you done with Briar?
Oh no! I'm gonna roll 2 nat 1s on a death save, I just know it.
So
Awesome.
the first vultures look to be not even beasts. So these two, this one and this one, they don't even look like beasts, more like monstrosities of oozing vultures with red tinged feathers that drip blood. And the other vulture looks at you with a humanoid-like intelligence. You get the feeling that this is some kind of either, a shifter or a druid or some kind of humanoid in the body of a large vulture.
But it notices us
And-
and it's looking at us.
Oh yeah.
Alder's just gonna narrow their eyes at the humanoid one. Can I roll
And
insight or...
that's about, I'd say you can't get more than that just from casual observation. But
That's entirely fair.
its like kind of wings stick up as its spine elongates and its feet turns into legs as it enters its hybrid form and pulls out a bow and arrow. And it's time for initiative.
Definitely. Grass and bushes are going to suddenly erupt around the entire area
On
that
your
we're
turn,
standing
maybe.
on.
Why are they oozing?
Because they're oozy.
Damn.
13.
Olivia.
Yeah? Yeah?
I can't but help but notice in the initiative tracker, there's a name for that humanoid.
There is.
And why not a wen vulture? Or a
They
who
always
vulture?
say where vulture, but they never ask how vulture.
How vulture.
I just want to know
Swish.
why vulture.
Because I said so, vulture. Swish, you got a 13, right?
A firm.
Okay. You've been added. So, as you see this critter stretch, Alder, you are the first to react. What would you like to do?
They are going to Planar Warrior and fire
On?
on the humanoid.
Okay.
Actually, let me check the distance. Can I retroactively say that I picked up my arrows from the last fight?
This once, because I like you, you can have picked up half of them.
Okay, that's fair. So I have.
Because in
Plus-
general, you can collect half your arrows, because the assumption is half of them break or are,
Lost or stuck
Okay.
in a tree.
All right. So
or you can't
that's-
find them.
Is this a humanoid? This one?
It is,
Okay. That's 6. Is that 160 feet?
No, it's just 60.
No. Okay. I can't read. But I will fire off that planar warrior and hope for the best.
okie doke.
That was almost a crit. That's a 17.
A 17 hits.
I'm sorry, I rolled preemptively, but I'm glad it hits. Alright, so that's a 6, or not a 6, a 10 plus.
That's a 6.
Oh, a 10 plus. Yeah, so 16 damage on that first hit.
Nice.
A 19
That'll
to
hit.
hit.
Yep. Eight.
And that'll be, yeah, so 16 plus 8, 24 damage total. So
Okay.
then that will be Alder's turn for now.
All right. Fatik.
That is not me, but I will act nonetheless. Now let's measure a few things here. Oh wow, look at that. Within one move. Do that. 50 feet is just
Be
enough.
careful.
I see no quills. So I'm going to pinch this
Pinch?
gentle bird.
One pinch.
One pinch. There will be several more right after. All right. Does an 18 hit that bird?
An 18 does. Can I hit that bird?
I do.
No, a
hit
slight.
that. All right. So let's first do 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then now that when you said oozin, is it
Oozin?
oozin? Like
It's
melty
oozin'.
cheese.
It's pretty gnarly.
But my fist is fine.
Yes, your fist
can-
is fine.
I can fist it good. All right. So
Fist it
I will absolutely add a little bit of harm to it.
Okay.
No, actually, you know what? I will say no. I will not
Say no.
harm it. I will. Sorry, I
Good
I
God.
You'll just
withdraw
punch
my
it.
harm. Yeah. I will spear it a second time though.
Okay. That's the spirit.
That's a
hit.
20.
20.
Deal 20 for 8 piercing.
Okay.
Then I will flurry for 1
Fireballs.
There's a 16.
That'll hit. Yep.
Wonderful. It's going to be
It's
an additional
Pretty
7.
not armored very well, so.
Love that. Good. And I will use my very last attack to not attack, and instead get my free hand of healing when
Punch yourself in the face and get better.
I will punch myself in the face for health purposes. Healing
You, like,
7.
There's an open wound from a spine. Be like, I gotta staunch the bleeding.
Yes. As long as I hit myself strongly enough, I'll be okay. All right,
Put the
and
blood
that
vessels
will
back
be
where they belong.
yeah, and they do, strangely enough. So yeah, I am done with my turn.
All right. So Lil Uzi is gonna.
Olivia.
You do not have all your hit points, so it gets advantage on its bite.
Okay, well, it got that for free because another creature. So
That's a
it can't-
22 to hit.
I will choose to let this happen.
So that's 8 slashing, and please make a strength save.
Oh well, I got
You're a lot
stronger
better than
since
those were.
yesterday. Yeah, those 3 push-ups really paid off. Wow.
You are prone.
Okay, I'll take it. They have advantage against me anyway, so
Yeah.
bring on the prone.
All right, and that is that. It is Swish's turn.
Right. So let me draw this up here. Oh,
Shatter.
there's 10 foot.
Oh, I thought
No, but
my name was
I
common.
cannot draw
for some
squares,
reason.
apparently. What is... I've already forgotten how to use Foundry.
How big of a square do you need?
1 week off.
10-foot radius. I know, right?
10-foot radius square or sphere? Because you can't have a 10-foot radius square. Squares don't have a radius. I know math. I was a
Doesn't
math
say.
Uh,
10-foot radius. So I guess circle.
What spell is this?
This is the long sword of grass.
Oh. Why don't you post the description?
Yeah, let me do that.
It makes people ass grass.
Yeah, so while holding it, you can use a bonus action and expend 1 charge to conjure a thick patch of shrubs, grasses, above-ground roots, and small saplings in a 10-foot radius. The area becomes difficult terrain, and the foliage is thick enough to provide cover against range attacks. The growth is permanent unless I decide it's not, with the command word.
So, would you want it, like, here?
I think I got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on, the whole screen went dark. What's happened?
I see
Uh-oh.
4 circles really, because my fireball's off screen. But
Retro.
Hang on, it's
Uh-oh.
on my end. I gotta reload Foundry. 1 second.
Retro.
I can
We're
still see it on
professionals
the
here, buddy.
screen, on the stream, but not on not on my screen.
Retro.
retro Reiki. If you don't want me to say it, don't bring it up, Olivia.
I know, I shouldn't, because every time I say retro, you say that, and then I want to punch you, even though you're just saying the logical follow-up to a retro.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure.
For is.
Oh my god.
Rare.
Okay, now I can't get
Aw,
rid of the circle because apparently it doesn't belong to me anymore.
Okay, I'll delete it. You can get... yeah. Okay, but...
There's also no. Okay, there.
Or edit it.
Hi, city. Hi, city. Move, city. Move, city.
Yes.
Okay, I will
this
delete
technical. Yeah, this technical break brought to you by Foundry malfunctions.
And by city's
and-
butthole. It's right there.
And user error, mostly, actually.
Bear's mouth hole.
There
Anyway,
you- Oh, sorry, city. That shocked you, didn't it?
all right.
City, say
So that
hi.
area is
Hi,
now difficult terrain, but provides full coverage as essentially a miniature forest grows around us.
Cover from ranged attacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Is me being prone offer cover from any attack?
Technically disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Sure.
Nice. So, question though. I'm assuming that also gives me disadvantage on range attacks out of it.
Nope.
No. Well, in that case, the old guiding bolt against the one with a bow and arrow that I feel the
Okay.
most threatened by. Yeah, we'll keep it at first level for now. See if I can actually not roll a nat 1 and hit Fiddick again. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
21.
Yay.
You stupid.
Alright, so that's going to be 18 points of radiant damage against not Fiddick. And
Nice.
the next attack against it has advantage as it's glowing.
Sid, can you get off my keyboard, please?
No.
City Wittykins.
And yeah,
Okay,
with
there you go.
action, bonus action, I don't think I'm planning on moving just yet, so we'll call it there. That'll be my
The
turn.
vulture with a bow is now looking bloodied.
Nice.
And it's Cirla's turn.
Why does Vulture with a bow like feel like it could be like a metal song, like from Smashing Pumpkins or something? Despite all my rage, I am. Yep.
I'm still just a vulture with a bow.
Coming for your throat.
Okay, so Olivia,
Yes.
does this vulture humanoid
Yes.
who shifted, do they have pointy ears?
No, they have vulture ears.
So they're not
Yeah.
elven.
You don't know. They're in vulture. Human hybrid form. They could be anything. But right now, they're a hybrid vulture.
Huh. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. And now there's shit sprouting up here. I'm gonna have to fucking go there for 20 feet of movement because it's difficult terrain.
There. Now you can see their lack of ears.
So they were a full vulture before and they shifted to a half form.
And clothes appeared somehow. Because magic.
Okay.
Because we can't have vulture dicks out.
Well,
Okay, I'm
How he's
Googling
not
it.
on this. After hours.
Really, vulture
you can
dick?
say.
I need to know the shape.
Please tell me. Is it like a duck?
you're the DM
Corkscrew?
here.
Yeah, but I want to know the real world shape.
Yeah, of course. No actual vultures. No.
Oh, it's just art.
What to do?
Yeah. Wait.
That's worse.
Don't show stream.
Of course not.
But,
Well,
Cirla, what are you doing? Fireball?
No, because if I were to draw this out, oh shit, that's still a square. If I were to draw this out, that hits trees,
Yeah, it sure does.
and I like trees.
Sure do.
And how many sorcery points do I have? I have 3. So V are going to use 3 of them to twin spell haste on
Mm.
my 2 friends here.
Which two friends?
The ones that I'm next to, because it is a touch spell.
It is?
Yes.
Oh.
Is it?
I don't think so.
I keep thinking. So with the way Rune Child Sorcerer works, I have to like pick a spell and switch it over to something. It is 30 feet. I am not within 30 feet of that other person. So we are going to do it to these 2 guys. If I didn't need to
Stay.
be there, I would have been here. And I'm just going to go here and go. So, how much cover does it provide? Is it 3/4? Is it full cover? Is it
It does cover
I'd
from
say
range.
half
So
cover. I'd say half cover, which is +2 to AC.
And then being prone is disadvantage on range attacks, right?
Yeah.
Everybody do the flap.
I do the flap.
And while on the floor doing the dinosaur, we're going to Barkley inspire Lefitic.
Do flap.
Yes.
Do flap. What's the range of bardic inspiration?
60.
Fiddick is beyond 60.
Never mind. Alder. Get it.
Get it, girl, or not, girl? Get it, person.
Get a little
That's gonna
fearful.
be my turn.
Get it, Furbolg. All right.
Earl.
Now for the oozing vulture.
to be fair, I say
Get
get
it,
it girl
Furl?
to anyone, no matter
Yeah.
their gender. So.
Oh yeah,
Go
absolutely.
Pete. Go piss, girl.
Burp.
So the oozing vulture is going to have advantage because Fiddick is missing hit points.
And I'm prone. I mean, choose your poison.
That's an 18 to hit.
I think it will.
That is 7 slashing. And now for the were-vulture.
Difficult terrain.
Not if you're flying. What does the most damage? Okay. That doesn't do as much damage, but it's more fun. It's gonna come round here.
Good choice.
So it gets a sexy +2.
Mhm.
And it's going to make a beak attack. That's a
Don't inspire
17 to
it.
hit.
17 will hit.
That's 9 piercing and make a con save.
I shall will do that.
And you see it heal.
Oh, it can do that, but I can't.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's not
You have
worried
hand
about.
of healing. What you mean?
No, I can't bite and heal. Anyway, it's a
Ah.
13.
You can. So luckily you feel it try and sink some kind of curse into you, but you fight back.
Wonderful.
And
I'm
then
already
it'll
part animal.
go in with its talon. And that's a 22 to hit.
That one will miss.
You're not gonna like this next bit.
Okay.
17
Make a con.
slashing.
Oh, 17. Okay. Home sweet home. I'm back to the feelings of these first game.
Oh, nostalgia.
Yes.
Alder, your turn.
So Alder is going to bonus action planar warrior.
Mm-hmm. On the big boy.
Yeah. Humanoid. Alright, 21. 21.
That'll hit.
Oh, I rolled the planar damage. So it's gonna be
10.
13 damage.
Okie doke.
Alright, 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Six damage, so 13 plus 6.
19.
We do this. Yeah.
Somebody learned to count in
Okay.
Mississippi.
Yeah,
Did you do advantage
they
on the
did.
first one?
I did not.
Oh yeah,
I had guiding
crit
bolt.
fish.
Oh, let's see if I crit. Damn it! I did not.
No,
It's
well.
something.
no, it's not it has more than 1 hit point, of course you can't crit.
Oh, you can't crit when it has more than 1 hit point? Oh.
You can.
Oh.
No, you
You
specifically.
specifically can't crit. The funniest thing was when they were playing a barbarian with brutal critical and would like kill something with 4 hit points and be like, I do a bajillion points of damage. I'm like, that's cute. That's cute, honey.
Me.
Yeah, I got
Um,
honeyed before I knew Revna was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, honey. Anything else, Alder?
I think they can't really do anything to help Fiddick.
Nope.
So
And it cannot be helped. It's fine.
Piddick is a
That's my
helpless maiden.
turn.
Please, save me. I'll give you a kiss.
Alright, Fatik.
Somebody else.
All right. Well, the first thing I will do is stand up.
Put your hands up.
The second thing I will do is use my bonus action key point step of the wind to dodge.
Disengage?
Dodge,
Oh,
actually, because with my speed halved because of prone, I might not be able to run that anyway.
Small rules change for moi. Is it 15 feet or half your movement? Whichever is less. So
Oh,
if you're a
okay.
monk, because it doesn't make sense that a monk needs more move speed to stand up than a fighter.
Thank you. I should kip up, actually. But yeah, absolutely.
So it's 15 feet for you, unless otherwise stated in any other feet.
That would still leave me 35. Now, I have no clue how quick they are. But 35 might be enough for things. So in that case, instead of a dodge, it will be a disengage. It will be a 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. And then my action will be dodge to try to mitigate some of that damage that I do. And that'll be it.
Okay. The oozing vulture, with its 50-foot move speed, will have disadvantage on its bite attack.
Yes.
That's a 9.
9 will miss. I'm so dodgy.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so that is within range. Okay. So a very loud ringing sound is going to emanate from directly between the two vultures where Fiddick was moments ago. As I cast Shatter. That is
Okay.
at the 60-foot range.
Lil
So that is
Uzi gets
a
a 14, and the
fail.
werevulture gets a 4.
It was the two. Oh, it was. Okay, never mind. Sweet. All right, so they both fail, and we'll take. I'm gonna turn that into maximum damage
Oh.
with my Channel Divinity
Storm.
Destructive Wrath. So max damage is 3d8. Quick math. What is that? 24.
24.
24.
Yeah, 24 points of thunder damage.
Which
Good Chica.
you will see the hybrid vulture, its ears become pointed as blood spills out of them as congratulations, you've killed another elf.
It wasn't enough when I killed it.
Yeah.
For
And
real, they need better laws. But yes.
guys, it's illegal to kill other races too.
Well, they tried to kill us
Not
first,
when they're trying to
so,
kill us.
Yeah.
Listen, I believe in the Second Amendment and Castle Doctrine, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a stand your ground state, goddammit.
No, it's not. You gotta go further south for that.
Hold your horses there, George Zimmerman.
I'm in South Carolina. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, up here in Denia. It is, anything else on your turn, Swish?
I'd only killed one of them?
Mm-hmm. These are pretty beefy vultures.
Damn, yeah. I was kind of expecting it to take out both. Alright, well.
They're
I
easy.
suppose...
Stop saying that word. It's not helping the description.
I believe that Misty Step is a bonus action.
It is.
Oh, but I can't
Yep,
get where I
first.
want to. Oh yeah, I can. I just have to move. All right.
You have legs.
I do have legs, and I'm going to use them to. Actually, fuck it. I have 35 feet of movement. Except that's difficult terrain, so that would be what 20 feet of movement. Nope. Okay, so yeah, gonna take a step forward and then Misty Step over here. Well, that'll be my turn.
Okie doke. Cirla.
Yes,
The
that is me.
Orlith.
I am the Cirla. Who is Orlith?
You.
Oh yes, that is me. So dude is down, and they dead, or are they dead?
Dead.
Okay. Oh, Swish, you had haste, by the way, on you.
Oh, did I? What does
Yeah,
that do?
you
Give me
and-
like nibble?
An action, and then a bonus to your AC, and then I think doubles your movement, right?
Yeah. What all does that do?
Target speed is doubled, against a +2 to AC, has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and gains an additional action on each of its turns. You can only use
Oh,
one weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object
Sweet.
in action. You and Briar both
Okay.
have that. I mean, you and
sweet. So in
Albert
that
both
case,
have
instead of Misty Step, I just come running out of the bushes, swing around the other side, and then I'll make a shocking grasp attack against it as my second action with haste.
Okay.
it's one weapon attack specifically.
Oh. Okay, I'll make a sword attack instead then. So that's an 18 to hit, not a 20 to hit, using the same roll.
Okay. That hits.
All right, so that will do. Not. Yeah, 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Nice.
All right, so 2 actions, extra speed. What else was it? Anything?
+2 AC and advantage on dex saving
Okay.
throws.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yep. Now I will end my turn.
And now we'll do a nice little magic missile at first
Okay.
level, so I don't hit my allies that are right next to it. So 3d4 plus 3, 10 points of combat damage.
Okie doke. It takes that.
How's this
It's
thing-
still up, bloodied, but not dead.
Okay. And
I really thought the werevulture would be the tougher of these.
Yeah.
Well, y'all focused on it. The
Yeah.
Pig did. It fell first.
Fair, I guess.
we will Barkley Inspire the man, the myth, the Fiddick.
The
A
TV.
little runic symbol drawn into the air, and
Yeah.
seeing as how they're kind of taking more of a defensive stance, it's gonna be the feeling of a rushing river as it kind of flows with the land, swiftly so, rather than the destructive force that it can bring. So flow like water.
So you made me
And,
swift as a coursing river.
We are men.
You must be swift as a coursing river.
We are men.
With the
We are
rage of-
men.
Oh,
Giant soldier of stone, attack the moon!
oh, sorry.
All right.
Disney's calling, and they want us to
Uh-oh,
stop.
we've been canceled.
Yes.
Anything
Okay,
else,
well,
Sirla?
I will stand up. And that's it.
I'm gonna cut you off, Briar, before you say something to get us demonetized before we're monetized.
I thought that'd be me, honestly.
I'll put it in
Oozing-
chat.
The oozing vulture is going to go for Swish.
Oh boy.
Swish is missing hit points, so it gets advantage. That's an 11.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Alder,
It's
it's
gonna
your
go for
turn.
the midriff.
It didn't.
Alright, Alder.
Oh, Faye, so cute. Not you, Faye.
Thank you. Oh.
She's being a turd.
Okay.
Me or Faye?
Yes.
She has the aggressive zoomies where she tries to attack me. So
Ah.
in the mood
So
to
you're-
wrestle.
Attacking her instead.
I'm
So,
containing her.
Does haste count on ranged weapon attacks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
as
so you
is a
get
weapon
your
attack.
regular attacks and then one extra.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, bonus action planar warrior. Boop,
Which one?
for the one that looks most injured.
That would be the bottom one.
Okay, so bottom on bottom, unfriendly fire. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 8 plus. Alright, so that's 12 damage.
Okay.
$17.
Okay. That hits.
Alright, 12 damage.
It's so close to being dead.
Crit, 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 crit.
That hits.
19.
And you kill it.
I use my reaction to grab the arrow
Certainly.
out of the air.
And throw it back at Alder.
You can throw it back at anyone. But yeah, sure.
Alright. Any bonus?
Screenshot
Anything
for
else,
the guy.
Alder? Any movements?
That's it. that's
Okay. Fiddick, you have one
That's
opponent.
me. Right, well, let's see if I can finish it and then die. So, let's...
Never say die.
Okay, and then perish. So, let's spirit.
Spirit.
First
Halloween.
yes. I don't have advantage against it, I assume, right now.
No. Just a +1.
18.
But that hits.
For 8 points of piercing,
Okay.
I will spirit once more. For 23.
Okay.
Deal 13 piercing.
Okay.
Oh, high damage roll from Fiddick.
I will flurry. Immediately start with healing myself. The hand of healing. 9.
Okay.
What's that kid
Nice.
get into?
Very
Noise.
nice. Nice. And then I will punch that bird.
One punch. That
17.
That hits.
10 bludgeoning.
Okay, it's pretty low.
Does it look very pretty low? In my
I
quick estimate?
don't know what you define as very pretty low.
Is it a D6 away?
That it could be, it could not be. It's low.
Got it. No, okay. I'll refrain. I'll leave the killing blow to someone else.
Okay, speaking of someone else, Swish.
Right. Well, we will go back with that shocking grasp. See if we can get the killing grasp here. It's
That
823 to hit. That'll do. 6 points of lightning damage.
Not quite enough. Good thing you're hasted.
So it wasn't a d6.
Yeah, it was
No,
not.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
All right.
Nothing like field piss.
As I'm firmly grasping it, I will hastenly
By the balls.
attempt to send another shock into it. 16.
You have to make a weapon attack for your hasted action.
Okay, so that's a 14
Dash,
then.
dodge.
15 with a +1 from Fiddick.
15.
Oh yeah, that's right. 15. Okay. In that case, that is now 8 slashing as well.
Congratulations. You have killed the final vulture.
As the sword comes piercing through and almost hits Fiddick in the face.
Every
And with
time
that-
you guys kill people, I am in danger.
We will take a 15-minute break.
All right.
See you in the bit stream.
Thank you, thank you.
We are now.
Welcome back. Hello, and welcome back to Fadehome, where the group has just fought. After several sessions of no fighting, the group was getting a little fight crazy, and killed a. Well, I didn't give them a choice. They got to kill a porcupine bear and some vultures.
And none of them were elves. We're all
Well,
feeling
Well,
great. None of them were elves, Olivia.
well.
No. Stop putting us into trouble that we can't escape.
Mm-hmm.
I will opt out of trouble.
I mean, if we get in trouble for this, Alder might actually have some words to say.
Alder might crash out.
Yes.
Honestly, living for the altar crash out. I'm waiting for it.
We're all waiting for it.
Irla's actually trying for that not to happen, but won't be surprised when it does, and it'll be deserved when it does.
City, what are you doing? You little weirdo. Oh,
Because Alder doesn't like murdering, but ultimately they see themselves in the service of balance as a whole, and killing each other for survival. It's kind of like, it's not pleasant. They don't like that aspect. It's their least favorite aspect of life, but it's necessary.
But if someone went up on you with a bow and arrow in hand, like,
And a fucking curse beak.
what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, a fucking curse beak. What am I gonna do? Get cursed? No, suck my ass.
Yeah, by the way,
present the ass.
did you really threaten me to turn into a werevulture?
Make
Maybe.
a con save.
I mean, if I'm a D20 away from becoming Birdman, I'm not happy.
You're like, I want to fly speed. That's not a curse.
We have a
now I
party
have too many
cleric.
movement abilities. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have a party
sure.
cleric with remove curse. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but being a flying monk is pretty sick.
hmm
Sure. But then I'm a vulture.
That's true.
say vultures are very cool, and they're actually quite cute, aside from the poop feet thing. But
I have to say, after being to bird sanctuary and learning about vultures, I am okay.
What?
They are cool.
What do I
They
not
poop
know
on
about
their feet to
vultures
regulate
that
their
feels?
temperature.
You don't want to know, Bobby.
They poop on their feet to regulate their temperature, and it's
Oh, that's
disgusting.
cool.
But other than that,
I think
vultures
that's the
are very
coolest
cute.
thing.
In my opinion.
Do you know
Huh?
how snails poop?
Let's
How?
talk about poop.
So in their shell, the where the poop comes out is right above their head, so it just like slides down in the shell over their head.
That's
I learned this
unfortunate.
the other day.
In my
Poop fact
biology
brought to you by
class,
Fadehome.
when we would learn about different animals, we would also learn about how they reproduce. Very normal. And so my teacher's like, we're gonna watch a video about snail reproduction. Pretty normal. Except that the video was on YouTube titled Snail Love, and it showed snail reproduction with like operatic romance music in the background. It was very uncomfortable. Like watching snails
Oh.
bone, like that's fine. I can do that. But like snail love was just too much for me.
Yes, get Marvin Gaye out of. Yeah.
Let's get it on.
Oh right. So back
Speaking
to
of,
Danae.
no.
I regret
You dragged me into
continuing
this.
that
I will share my
conversation.
poop. I will share my poop fact. Don't fuck with koalas.
Oh, no,
Just
of course
just
not.
in general. Don't
Okay.
look up koala
Alder-
poop facts.
I won't.
That's a
When
great
people
choice.
tell me not to look up something, I don't.
Alder
And you're
will
better.
Alder will pick up their arrows, or what arrows they can find.
Okay, you can get back half of your expended arrows.
Alright. Where's my arrow sheet? I have an arrow sheet. Child, what are
I
you
would
doing?
like to look around for my missing hit points and get back half. Of
You find them on the ground in the form of blood, and they're
Yes.
gone.
I will put them back.
Mhm,
I would like to
Okay.
look for half of Swish's fucks to give.
That's
And find
that's
none.
long gone.
So this werevulture, they
Mhm.
are now less wary.
Yes.
Less
Less
vulture.
vulture, more rare. Rare.
Rah, 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 rah.
Are we gonna loot that body?
I would want to check that.
Buddy.
I want to check that body first.
That
Just
body. um.
No.
I upset Fiddick greatly.
Yeah, no.
just up Thomas greatly.
Yeah.
Alright, body. Appears to be a wood elf body.
And the wounds on these corpses, I'm guessing they're not going to be a match for like the arrow wounds or like the bite marks from the.
Well, yeah, they match whatever wounds killed it.
I'm saying, but did this pack killed these bodies, or was it something else, and they're just scavenging?
Oh, no, it does not seem that these humanoid bodies were killed by the vultures or the werevulture. You could roll investigation to see how they might have been killed.
Don't care as much about that, but I will do it anyway because any information is good. 17.
Okay. Two of them seem to have been killed by some kind of necrotic damage, whereas another one does seem to have been killed by arrows.
Wait.
Okay, so possible this.
Necrotic.
Do I with that? I'm guessing with it, I'd have to roll medicine to get like approximate time of death, which I'm like not
Yeah.
experienced in whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I don't think I should roll for it because I'm not proficient in medicine. I have no experience with that.
Okay.
Alder.
You okay,
Or,
Sarah?
I mean, if you ask.
You said what?
you're you okay? I'm staring awfully intently at corpses.
Was he humanoid? Swish.
Who?
Points down to the werevulture, who is now less vulturey.
Oh. Well, it wasn't when I killed it.
Should we have tried to break its curse? Did we do the right thing? There seems to be a lot of cursed creatures.
I'll be completely honest with you. It shot at us and bit you or beaked you. Didn't really pay attention to what it was. I just shot back, you know?
And I
and
appreciate
also-
your swiftness in action.
It was a vulture? Didn't see an issue.
So we ran to lycanthropy a little bit before, so I can kind of draw similarities with the werevulture variety of it.
I've definitely heard tales, but Swish is more confused than anything by
But
that's
would Sirla know the alignment in general of like werevultures? If they're considered more evil or good?
So in my universe, were
Yes.
creatures, lycanthropes, are not. There's not like always like a. It's more about how their transformations are handled. So they either go feral during the full moon, or they learn to. In which case, like they're like evil in that they lose control, or they learn to control their transformations, in which case they are as evil, good, or neutral as they were before they were lycanthroped.
So they transformed willingly during this, so we can assume that they had at least some measure of control over their transformation.
Not only that, they couldn't have been feral. They had a fucking weapon. And
They
like held it.
chose to turn back into their humanoid form to better fight.
Yeah. So
yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about it. But we should definitely continue moving on. We're almost there now. As well, all this would indicate.
Right.
Okay. Just-
Sirla, do you want us to bury the body?
Yeah. If I know, I'm worried about home and the people there too.
How about I take care of it? I'll meet up with you.
You are fast.
I travel faster.
Thank you, Fiddick. Give him a hug.
Weed and vulture tonight. No, absolutely.
Wouldn't be opposed, honestly.
Actually, no.
We just had
no,
a
it's
conversation about
scavenger.
cannibalism.
It's a scavenger.
Save the chicken feet for me. I mean, the poop feet, I guess.
No, I will not save that for anyone.
Here.
Well, I guess get on while Fiddick, like the god of death does funeral rites, which I'm sure nothing will bring up fresh memories of that.
Nothing at all.
I'm sure. Yes. Right. Well, so Fiddick will actually he still has in his inventory the shovel that he used to dig up his daughter. So he will use that. Probably be able to work on this quite quickly, considering his new strength. I'm sure he can make a proper 6 foot deep, standard, industry standard tomb, burial hole.
brave.
And I will. I mean, I'm not I'm not angry at it. I understand that there might have been part of a curse. I don't understand much how these curses work, but I'm going to give it some grace and don't assume ill intent. And I will try to do my best to do what Fiddick thinks is a funeral rite.
Okay,
Funeral rite, I
roll
think.
religion.
All right, let me check what I can do with that. Religion. Um, wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. That is an 8. So I will really try my best.
You botch it.
Okay. Do I know I botch it, or am
No,
I so
you
bad
think
that
you're
I don't
doing
even?
great, and Swish and Cirla, you are watching him botch it, and Briar / Alder is like, wow, funeral rites in Danae sure are odd.
I think we split up
Oh,
from
right.
this,
Yeah.
so we see
So
nothing.
I am alone, and no one watches me botch it.
Okay, you just botch it.
Basically, I try to ask Fiacra not to torture their soul, like they're doing to my daughter, and then I talk about my daughter and not that person at all, which is very bad during their own funeral.
Yeah.
And then when I realize I've been talking for like 20 minutes about my ire with Fiacra and not that person, I kind of finish it off with, and we barely knew thee, but rest in peace, I guess. Fiacra version of Amen.
Sounds good.
Hey, ladies.
So, and then I jog to try to rejoin them.
Okay. So after conducting some very legit and totally culturally competent funeral rites, you rejoin the party.
Yeah, so everything's been done. I think their soul is at rest, or at the very least, I did not get any information that it wasn't. So, have to assume that everything went well.
Thank you, Fiddick.
I really think I need to read up on what actually.
Well, I can, I guess, pass some customs along to you when we have more time for it. And I keep bringing her up because honestly, she's really awesome. But Grandma knows more than I do. I honestly think a lot of us benefit from a conversation with her.
Well, I'll be happy to see her, but for now, let's just make sure that no one else in that village will need my inadequate service.
And we walked.
Okay. So, you guys spend the next few hours making your way towards Innisthrath, where, on your way, you do see a kind of a spear stuck in the mud that's, there's a darker splotch, but no body. Or there's a spear like next to a dark splotch in the mud. And going north, you very late at night. Can everybody roll me a Constitution save, please?
All of us?
All of you
Hmm.
who have been
That
awake.
exhaustion.
Oops.
Whoops.
Whoops. Well, am I still inspired?
Only last 10
No.
minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
well, that's
since
enough.
I botched my right, it might have been shorter
Hey,
than 10
22
minutes.
twins.
Hey, dice twinnings again.
Yay.
Woohoo! So Alder and Fiddick are exhausted.
I figure.
But the siblings are feeling great
We're used to
as
at
you
least this area. Yeah.
come to the riverside hamlet of Innisthra. Where it's really just there's an orchard, a small pen that probably contained some kind of animals, and a walled off area of the village, insofar as it can be called that, of Innisthra. So it is at this point dark, cold, raining, wet, as you crest up the hill.
Yeah.
And you see two figures speaking with one another.
I don't see anything, but
I need
Did
to put your
I
token on
not
the
put it on token
Is
vision?
it- you need to have tokens on the map, is all. As soon as I put mine down,
That
I can
should
see
be
everything.
better.
there we go. Now I can see. Thought I
Do you
put a
do you think
token
they're
down. I guess not.
friendly or
And this is the individual you saw on the road.
oh, okay, so they're friendly.
Well, questionably.
They didn't kill us the first time.
Yeah.
I consider that an absolute win.
So this would be, and there's a signpost here, one this way pointing towards Angarath, and the other way pointing towards Sidfa.
I think seeing hey, wait a minute, that token. Do we recognize the other person there? Or is it getting too far to tell?
Other person, you and Swish recognize as an individual named Einaril, who was kind of a local druid to these parts, not kind of to the Sidva area. So kind of Sidva and the surrounding villages, and would come and bless harvests, and like if a calf was born or there was an illness, just kind of the local druid that would take care of things in the region.
And what was their name again?
Einaril.
Einaril. I not real.
And they seem to be speaking with Keenan, the priest of Davin that you met earlier. And they kind of, as a lightning bolt illuminates the sky, seem to notice you and kind of turn to face your party.
She waves with friendly intentions to show that they're not murderers as they approach.
Yeah. Keenan will wave back, and Einaril kind of beckons you closer.
It goes right up.
Oh, Sirla. Strange to see you here. Didn't expect you.
Hi, Einaril. It's been a little bit.
Has been.
It's
Certainly has been.
good to see you. I kind of left.
I heard. It was quite the stir.
I figured.
Quite the stir. And
But-
Keenan will kind of say, well, bet. Seems you know my newest compatriot. I see you made the journey safely.
You did. Thank you. Is there any way we can still help here? Is anyone in need of medical attention or
And
Anything
you
that
will
needs to be buried?
see, kind of near around here, there's a large mass grave.
Around where?
And Einaril will kind of frown and say, "We've got 8 survivors. They're in there." And she gestures towards this room, or this building where I have a bunch of commoners. Says, well, we've treated their wounds. I mean, some of them I think could use a bit of magical healing, but nothing that won't heal in time. But a
8
hot meal,
survivors.
a good song, company.
Holy shit.
I mean, well, I can certainly provide some magic and song and company. But we actually have a chef here. Fiddick, these are my friends. By the way, this is well, you know Swish already, but that's Alder and that's Fiddick.
Oh, this is the infamous Swish. Nice to meet you. And I mean, you would probably know Einaril, but, you know, maybe not that as well as Sirla would. Because Sirla's kind of been around for all these ceremonies and
Yeah.
events that Einaril has come and blessed. And
See, my reputation precedes me, not surprisingly.
certainly
Yes,
does.
Swish. I think we've met once or twice. Probably when I was much
I
younger.
think I was there when you were born.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Must have
Getting
been a
older, huh?
momentous
Well,
occasion.
It's been a rough day for the people in there.
Yeah, looks like it. Well, I do know a bit of healing magic if any of them need more intensive treatment.
Well, we've bandaged them up and done all the first aid, but yeah, a few of them could use a cure wounds or a healing word.
I think I can manage that.
We've mostly been focusing on tending to the dead, and, well, a lot of people ran and it was combing through the woods to get all the bodies, but I think we've got everything accounted for.
There were some bodies that were left behind to get here a little bit quicker.
Yeah, and Kino will say, there were the 3 that I found on the road. I should go back and collect.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
They must have made for Angrath, made it a few miles. Didn't quite make it all the way. And Keenan will kind of go to his horse to go collect the bodies that he believes are still going to be on the side of the road.
I thought we just buried the
Well,
one
yeah,
guy.
the elf.
Just buried the elf. Okay, but you left it.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
and then goes to
their beast or
attend to that.
monstrosity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Keenan will go to tend to that. And Einaril will say, I made some good berries, but if you are a cook, a good meal goes a long way to healing the hurts of the world.
Yeah, I can try. I'm not sure I'm going to do my best work. Road has been tiring, but I'll see what I can.
Certainly, I think there's a storehouse of dry goods over there.
I'll take a look.
I can at least help this way. Enhance ability on whatever ability the chef's tools use.
Sure. Wisdom, I think.
Yeah,
Or
I think we've been using wisdom.
Sure.
That then. Eagle's Splendor, I think it is.
Yeah.
No, Owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom. Eagle Splendor's charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
Fox's cunning is dex. I don't know
also
about.
provide guidance.
Okay. So Fiddick, you kind of go and find the ingredients that you need. There's more or less whatever you want to make a hearty meal. And then going into basically the least bloody building, which is, just a small family home where you see the 8 survivors. 5 of them are kids that people presumably like stashed somewhere, and then 2 older folks and then 1 adult.
I will. I'll just like very carefully to them and get to my task. I'm probably out by then.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. We're here to help how we can.
Yeah, so most of them stay asleep, but one of the adults will kind of get up and say, "Oh, hi, visitors. We just got the little ones down. Honestly, if we could just keep it warm and nice, peaceful for them, I'm sure they'll have nightmares."
I'll
Fiddick,
help with
you
that.
have guidance, so you can also roll that.
Oh yes. Let me.
Guidance and advantage.
22.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
advantage, but
because-
yeah,
Oh, the
because
exhaustion.
I'm exhausted. Yeah.
So you make a very good meal that will also be good in the morning when the sleeping folks, or as a midnight snack.
Nice.
It will be good whenever whoever eats it.
I will ritually cast a silence spell over the sleeping area until Swish falls asleep.
Okay. Yeah, so you have a kind of quiet area, and a little bit in, maybe one of the kids, a young girl, kind of wakes up and is in the silence, so her scream does not wake up the other children, but kind of guide her over, get her something warm to eat and drink. Alder, you have the tools for a warm beverage.
Yeah, Alder's making warm beverages.
You find some apples and can make a nice mulled spiced cider. And yeah, just kind of like most people have like most of the survivors have like scrapes or bruises, any major wounds. One of them did have like a spear to the leg, but it's been treated. But a healing word here or there will get people up to tip-top shape.
Take care of some of that.
Yeah, I've got. Honestly, I have plenty of spell slots left, so can use 1, 2, 3, 4. Can use up to 5 healing words. So
Okay. So yeah, you definitely take care of everyone, and then with time, your friendly local druid will kind of come in looking pretty exhausted and settle down for a trance. I mean,
yeah,
since these
at some
are
point,
Mhm.
at some point, Swish will fall asleep, and the silence will no longer be there. But yeah.
Yeah. But until then, you kind of create this moment of warmth and succor for these folks that have presumably been through a lot. And with that, if you guys would like a long rest, you may take one.
God, yes.
Yes, please.
12 HP needs it.
I don't try to look at your HP, but sometimes I'll accidentally click on, your token or whatever, and I clicked on Fiddick and saw 12 HP and I was like, oh!
Yep, that was close.
I was like, oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah, I really like that your voice seemed more distant and you said it. It made a very Street Fighter thing. Kind of, oh. But yes. Yeah, that was terrible. Never do that again. Thank you.
Right, obviously it is.
And I mean, technically, the locals are elves. They probably only trance for 4 hours, but they pass out. They're still asleep when, or trancing when you guys wake up. They're they probably woke up and they're like, no, I won't.
Mood.
They're like, no, thank you.
That's valid.
No, thank you, the world.
They remembered what the world had in store for them, and they were like, rain check.
Yeah.
Solid.
Well, maybe you can get some breakfast for them and just provide a warm area before we maybe head to Sibva to get everyone settled in a community that can host them.
And so Fiddick, if you step out to go to the storehouse to get some, I don't know, breakfast ingredients like eggs and zucchini and onions and whatnot, you will see a panther, I guess, curled up by the front gate, keeping watch.
I suppose they just got attacked and they need whatever food they have. So that's a little bit of an overkill, but
Like a living panther.
no. I mean, it's overkill as in how much defense it is for their food storage.
Well, I was gonna say that you would guess that the druid Einaril is in wild shape, but apparently not.
Oh, maybe I don't, because I've only seen druids turn into wealth.
Elves? Yeah.
So I don't know if they can do other things.
I mean, Shayla, who was eaten by maggots, so.
That's true, but it seemed less of a spell and more of a curse.
Yeah,
like
that's
she
true.
was eaten. That's
fully.
so bad. That's so bad.
Yep. Slowly.
Yeah.
Painfully.
No. F that. F all of that.
So the panther kind of just regards you with narrowed amber eyes and then returns to its vigil. As you had seen Keenan, the cleric, kind of curled up and trancing by the door.
Right. Well, let's not bother whatever this is. I suppose people can have whatever they already had. Yes. And I'm going to step back. I don't know what this is.
You're like, nope.
Well, yeah. I mean, last time I ignored thing, it was there with mine. So, 0 envy
0
to
out of
repeat the
10.
experience. Yeah.
So you guys see Fiddick go to get breakfast ingredients, and you have some, mushrooms and whatever. And then Fiddick steps back in without breakfast ingredients and is just like, nope.
Mm-mm. I ain't doing that.
What happened?
What happened? It's a there's a panther. There's a full panther.
You mean I don't
Hitting by... No. I would have said them. No, it's a panther.
know? She's probably just wild shaped.
No, you're confused. It's wolves.
We literally traveled with a druid. How do you not?
Well, yes, and that's what I learned from it, is that druids can turn into wolves.
Actually, druids can
into a lot
turn
of
into any
things.
animal they've seen.
Well,
Druids can turn into...
Well, then I had to hunt in the woods near where I lived for my family, sometimes. And druids live not too far. Did I kill a druid?
Did it turn back into a human when you killed it?
No, it would have made for terrible. No.
Okay,
It
so
never
no,
did.
you have not. Well, not a human, but like whatever humanoid
Oh yeah,
race they were
they
before.
kept turning into dwarves and elves and gnomes, but never humans.
And they carved those up.
Yeah, those are
These are
great.
weird chickens.
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
Look at
roasted
all
dwarf.
these chickens.
No, Finnick is not that weird. Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, so I can go in and I'm not going to get mold.
You should be fine. If you do get
Should?
mauled, then it's... Well, if you do get mauled, then it's not her.
Right. Well, I don't like getting mold that early in the but let's see what happens.
I'll go with you, Finnick.
And we go together, holding hands.
And we go
as
together.
Yes.
Panther just kind of blinks at you. Oh, holding hands? That's sweet.
Yeah, sure.
I guess Finnick grabs my hand. Swish did not offer it, just goes, oh, okay.
This is happening.
Yeah, and you get some eggs and root veggies
Right. Okay.
and mutton sausage, and you're like, well,
Okay, this was all worth it.
these people don't have to worry about rationing for the winter anymore, because there's only 8 of them now.
Actually, yeah, I suppose so. For one season, it's great, and then it's not.
Yeah, and then it's really not.
So let's try to make the most of it. Make it as good as we can. Hopefully, I can repeat my feat from yesterday.
Okay.
However, this time I do not have Owl's wisdom nor guidance. But
You can have guidance, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take a guidance if you want to roll the.
It's a cantrip. Sure, I can roll it.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, it's harder today.
I'll be clearing 15 at least. That'll be
Oh
fine.
wow, you get to add a 1 to that.
Yeah, that's 15.
With a 15, it's an above average meal. That
Which is the worst I've ever done.
That's the worst.
It
You're
is.
like, God, it's like a 5-star chef making like average like an IHOP pancake. Like it's good at IHOP, not so good at a Michelin star restaurant.
Have you ever seen the movie Menu? Or The Menu?
Yes.
The menu,
Yes.
only parts of it, like on YouTube.
Ah, such a
Just
great
the-
movie.
I was
That
waiting
just-
for
that
the
just reminded me of it.
cannibalism
Yeah.
because there was like, oh, a book about dinner, and it's a movie about a horror movie about people eating dinner. I was like, oh, when are they gonna eat the humans? And I was like, there's no cannibalism.
Yeah, disappointing. 0 out of 10, no cannibalism.
Yeah, actually, no cannibalism. Terrible.
Terrible. Rotten Tomato.
Yeah.
But yes, you make pretty good omelets, and they are only pretty good.
I look crestfallen during the entire meal.
As
As
like
I get
some of
compliments, and I know I don't deserve them.
yeah, like one of the kids is like, "Oh, these are pretty good," and you're like, "Pretty
I'll never come
We
back
sure have
from-
the worst day of A1 here in recent times.
Yes.
This is the worst
that
thing
could
to ever
happen to
happen
this
to
village.
anyone."
Yes.
It's pretty good
By far the
omelet.
worst thing to ever happen to Fiddick, for sure.
Oh yeah.
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 Daughter dying, pretty good omelets.
Fuck that. I'm gonna make a pact with whatever entity so that I never make omelets that bad.
City.
City, the entity, will make a deal.
City.
Let's make a deal.
Oh, here's City. Say hi, City.
Hello!
City. Hey, big boy.
City Whittykins. Whittaker.
And there are the butt slaps.
Darth Kitius.
I'm guessing the vibe for breakfast is not immaculate.
No,
Yep.
the vibes are actually not immaculate, as
Mhm.
it's mostly children who have watched their families perish, trying to defend them. And yeah, it's
I mean,
the people.
mostly it's 7 people.
Yeah, it's 8.
Horrible.
And yeah, it's all the people that like their families died buying them enough time to run.
Yes. At some point, Swish will casually mention in Fiddick's vicinity that there used to be a population of 50 here, making Fiddick's morning exponentially worse.
Yeah, 100%.
Unintentionally, but above table intentionally.
Yeah, no, I know. To be fair, this is very important information, Fiddick. He will stay silent at this, like he has a comment. However, he has many thoughts. About it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so sorry. One last thing. I would like to ask, like, the least traumatized survivor. If they
Is there
know,
such a thing?
Yes, there is. There has to be, because there's the most traumatized.
Yes.
But I would like to ask them if they know, like, have anyone seen where or how they've gone away? Like the wild hunt. Where are they?
Well,
Does anyone?
probably the least traumatized survivor is like a newborn that is not capable of forming memories.
Newborn, infer your knowledge upon me, please. I need to know. Share your wisdom. Truth from the mouth of babes.
An older woman will say, "Oh, how they got away?
Yes. Did they use portals? Did they leave in a specific direction? What exactly happened?
Well, there were 6 of them, and one of them, the woman, she got everybody gathered up, and they held hands and disappeared in a circle."
Yeah. All right. That's sometimes how they do it. There's not really a way to follow them once they do this, so.
It was all druidy, though. It was like a circle of crops.
Oh.
Well, it was mushrooms, actually.
Yes.
Otter's kind of lean over at that.
Where
Mushroom.
do you remember where this mushroom ring is?
Well, the mushrooms disappeared afterwards. It was kind of like they all gathered together and the mushrooms appeared and then they went poof and then the mushrooms decayed and died. But it took place near the sheep pen.
Right. Might look for it a little bit later. Just to see if we can't find something. Thank you for the info.
I hope it helped. It was... I couldn't really do anything to help anymore.
From,
Do you
like,
have...
I don't know, like, growing up a little bit around, like, you know, fables and stories and stuff like that, does this sound like stories of hags that I might have heard?
Roll history, but using like wisdom.
Okay.
It's more like, you know,
So-
folk tales.
Mystery.
I mean, I feel that Fiddick would know because he probably has done some of it.
Okay, so proficiency bonuses.
But should I roll still to know how
Sure.
little
So-
or how much I
So
remember?
it'll be a +7, I think.
Proficiency
let's
plus
see.
wisdom if you're proficient with it.
Yeah, so it'll be a +7. So that is a 9 plus so 16.
Okay.
Okay. What's a 12?
So Swish, this sounds like a plane shift spell. To both of you, it sounds like something that hags could do. Maybe
Okay.
certain types of hags and certain, it's high level magic, so generally would take a coven, which is generally 3. Um,
You said there were 6 of them. Okay.
yeah. And but it's not exclusive. Like this doesn't like scream hag magic. This could be
Yeah, okay.
a variety of things.
Okay. And Swish will brainstorm thoughtfully but not actually say anything.
Otter will kind of gently ask the elder woman, "Do you have a description for these 6 people? Like physical descriptions?"
Let's see what she saw. Briar, you want to roll me a d20?
Ooh, I would
No!
love to.
Never again.
This is where the natural one's gonna come in. Don't you worry.
Don't rain on my parade. Okay.
I will
Raining
ran the Black
outside.
Parade because we sung Carry On earlier.
That's an 11.
I didn't really get a good look at a lot of them, but well, the one that cast the spell, she was blue. Her skin and her hair was blue,
Wait,
and then
how big was she?
normal sized. And then some of them, they looked not quite like dark elves, paler. Like them Shadarkai. I'd say a couple of them looked like that.
Does that sound like the Wild Hunt to me?
I mean, the Wild Hunt is, you would kind of know, it's like a small group that is comprised of a variety of folk from the Winterlands. That
Yeah.
might include Shadar-kai, or a blue would probably make you think Winter Eladrin.
Okay.
Otter's gonna kind of pause and remember the conversation with the wizard in the prison and ask, did any of them match this description? And they'll describe the foot wizard.
No. Nobody was wearing a t-shirt that says, "I have a foot kink."
Good thing.
But no, none of them match the description of the foot wizard.
Welcome to Fadehome.
And Otter's gonna nod. Be like, okay, either he was bluffing or the woman or whoever was unable to get him in time for the Wild Hunt
Or
that
didn't
night.
give a fuck.
Or didn't give a fuck.
He thought he was more important than he was.
Always possible.
Always
Yeah,
possible.
Otter's little parting shot to him. And Otter's just gonna nod.
City.
I am
Oh,
sorry for your loss.
Well, it should have been me dying. Not right that I live and them folks that I watched growing up passed away trying to save me. It's not the natural order of things to watch your kids die.
And Otter would get a little misty-eyed and be like, I do not think that they would see it that way.
I know they wouldn't. And I know I would have done the same for my parents. Still don't feel right.
But now you are here to give your wisdom to the younger survivors. Perhaps you have wisdom to share that the lost do not. And I do not mean to trivialize them, but merely to not lose sight of what light there is left.
That's kind of you to say. Yes, I will certainly watch after these little ones. She kind of gestures to the kids that are eating the above average breakfast.
I think instead of being with this group during this conversation, Cyril's heading to the kids. They're just talking, telling stories, just kind of filling the dead air so there's no silence and intrusive thoughts that I know nothing about. But yeah.
You're like, no, children, don't reflect upon mortality.
I watched this sick-ass backflip.
You're like, one time a fox and a badger walked into a bar.
And they said, ow.
Yeah, a gnome, a halfling, and a wizard walk into the bar, and the wizard says, ouch.
I'm disappointed in this team. I need a star.
Yes, the kind of older woman will say, well, it's kind of you to ask. And I wish I could give a better description, but I figured, well, if it was gonna cost lives for me to hide, I'd better hide.
Anything helps. But the wild hunts will not go on forever.
I hope so. I really do hope so.
And that's when the brave and mighty Fiddick felled the beast in one strong hit. Champion of the lost and dead. And like Cyril's, telling stories about the group.
No, it's
These
true.
kids.
It's true. It was all true.
True.
You see the small things, big things, valiant vanquishes, good deeds.
Oh, thanks.
Truth sucks. I don't know the rest of the song. Except saying ain't so, I will not go. No. Oh, yeah, okay.
I need help.
But
yes, you are doing an admirable job
Admiral.
keeping these
An admiral
children.
job. Admiral.
Admiral.
Mighty.
Admiral's
Peace,
job.
Red Lobster.
Admirable.
Are you guys, did you guys get what you needed?
As much as we can.
So, looks the elder, do you guys have plans on what you're gonna do next? We can take you to, our home, Sidva, and...
I was thinking Sidva. I grew up there and, well, joined this crazy scheme to start a new spot, and I guess it didn't go so well. But yeah, I think that's the best place for us.
Needs to get their strength back, and we'll depart soon.
Alright. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to go and gather up whatever treasures, valuables we've got. Hopefully that helps us out when we get to Sidva. And if you just keep an eye on the little ones.
They're all nice.
Well,
Hmm.
Timothy's a little turd, but it's
Well,
nice of you to
oh.
lie.
Timothy's
Not
my favorite.
Jimothy!
Timothy's my favorite. Reminds me of Swish.
I'm
I
a
was about
little
to say.
turd, says Jimothy. He overhearing the whole thing and developing trouble.
Timothy's like, no, Grandma doesn't love me.
But the stranger does.
I will change my
It's okay.
ways. I will not be a little turd.
Oh yes, children definitely think like.
Yes, that's how children work.
I did.
No, it's okay, Jimothy. Being a turd is fun.
Swish, don't encourage
Birds
this
unite.
one.
Yeah, with that, you guys tend to the little ones, and with that, I think we will end our session and pick up next week with the homecoming.
I thought that was going
Yes.
to be this week. I was major prepping for.
You were major
Uh,
prepping.
I was major prepping for some emotional.
Emotional
Fighting.
Damage.
That too.
Actually,
And now that's
you
gonna
were
be next.
admiral prepping,
Hmm.
not general. Let's be clear.
Privately prepping.
Sure. Private prepping.
All right. Well, see you all next week then.
Yeah.
See ya.
Fadehome.